Hey YouTube, and welcome to another video with myself, Microbox of X, and I find myself apologising again for the recent lack of videos. I haven't done anything since the last Micropod. I do apologise. It's just been mainly down to a lack of spare time, and the spare time that I have had, I've been enjoying my gaming too much. So, and to be honest with you, not a great deal's been happening apart from what I'm going to talk about today. To be honest, I mean, this is the main thing. I haven't done a video about this beforehand because what I'm talking about is PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds and the frame rate fiasco that's been going on for the last week or two. I don't report on anything until we've had hard facts, and there seems to be a massive thing at the moment on YouTube of overreacting to news that's unconfirmed and without any kind of facts to back them up. A lot of speculation and a lot of shit stirring on the social internet, the social internet, the social web, and there seems to be a lot of it, and a lot of people jumping to conclusions and making up their own minds of why things happen. And you probably all know the story anyway. Brendan Green went on and said that PUBG was running at 60 frames per second. Then he came back the day later and said, sorry, currently it's running at 30 frames per second. And everybody jumped into conspiracy theories and shit without knowing any facts, and some people just really started to hate on PUBG, and it was all over Twitter and Facebook and YouTube and you name it. People were going in with no facts at all and just speculating and making shit up, basically. 1 minute it was that Microsoft and the Xbox team had told them to pull it back and make it, keep in parity with the Xbox brand and have all of the Xbox Ones running at 30 frames per second and keeping that parity. So you had people overreacting to parity, and is there parity? What's the point of having the Xbox One X if they're going to be keeping it in parity with the Xbox One S and the original Xbox? Red Dragon was guilty of this as well, and I don't understand why somebody as large as him would without any facts or anything, over speculate on things like this. And I know there were other YouTubers as well. Even my friend Bowen, although he didn't come out and say this was factual, he was concerned that this could be a fact, and he was concerned. I didn't want to do anything until something came out concrete from either the developer or from the Xbox team regarding this, and that's happened today. Let me just find the tweet because I've got it here. I think it was Aaron Greenberg has come out, and there we go. This is what happens when you don't prepare. There we go. Yeah, it was Aaron Greenberg. We're excited to bring PUBG to Xbox One. The correction that Brendan made around frame rate was specific to its launch in Xbox Game Preview on the 12th of December. The team is exploring ways to increase this through optimization and development processes. This is something else. People are complaining and going balls deep, basically, on something that they've got no facts on. And it's a game it's not even finished yet. It's in development. This is a development. We're lucky enough that we can get hold of this game before it's actually released. It's still in development. We're getting it through the preview program. And we're complaining and bitching about a game that's on the preview program at not being at 60 frames per second. They're still working on the game. Somebody come back to him and said, will the S force parity, yes or no? We know the preview is 30 frames per second already. I'm sure the S will fall well below 30 frames per second anyhow, so even if X locks it at 30, the S owners are going to be screwed regardless. Basically, he's just saying, the parity between the two consoles is stupid. The S won't even hold, possibly, won't even hold 30 frames. Now, Aaron Greenberg has come back and cemented this. He couldn't make it any clearer. Developers are free to use the power of the Xbox One X however they choose. We have no requirements limiting frame rate. No parity. There is no parity between the Xbox One X and the Xbox One S or the Xbox One original. There is no parity. They've made it quite clear. They made it clear beforehand. Microsoft and Xbox came out and clearly said there would be no parity between those consoles. They weren't going to hold the X back with frame rates and performance to keep it in line with the Xbox One S or the original. They said that quite clearly. Yet still people jumped on the bandwagon. Well, not jumped on the bandwagon, but just over speculated and read into things that weren't clear and weren't explained and weren't, at the end of the day, nobody knows about these games other than the developers and the Xbox team. Nobody knows about these games. I mean, we keep going on about this and that as if we're some kind of insider in the development camp. Where do these people think that they get this information from? And this is something that I've always prided myself on my channel. I will not talk about anything unless it is factual. I will sometimes speculate on what might happen, but I won't come onto my channel and attack something that isn't confirmed. And the fact that people do this, it's ridiculous. I mean, people like Red Dragon should know better. I don't understand why he would make a video saying that it's ridiculous to have parity between the X and the S, and to do that it's just holding back the console. What's the point of having the console if it's, all of that is just ridiculous. And everybody that's made videos attacking Xbox and made videos attacking the developers, attacking PUBG, the PlayStation guys have loved it. We really have just played into the hands of them because they're as jealous as hell because we're getting the game in the first place. So the fact that this came out, it was just like feeding a carrot to a donkey. They loved every minute of it, and this is a game in development. I mean, how clear can you make it? It's in the preview program. It's not finished. It will come out on the 12th, and it's still in development. They're still optimizing. They're still pushing the graphics. They're still making the bloody game, for Christ's sake. And people are getting the knickers in a twist. It is as clear as mud. If you go onto Aaron Greenberg's tweet on Twitter, you will see it. There is no parity between the consoles at all, and I am sure, I have got no doubt in my mind whatsoever, with the power of that console has got, and I know people have had this console for a few weeks now, and it has blown me away, and I'm sure it's blown everybody else away that has the console, than it is an Xbox fan or a fan of gaming. If you turn around and say that console isn't performing and it hasn't blown your socks off, then you are a true hater of the Xbox brand, because that console is incredible. Even on a 1080p monitor or a TV, that console blows everything away that the Pro and the PlayStation 4 can do. It is miles ahead of anything else at the moment. Miles ahead. I mean, I've seen some people say perhaps this should have been a next-gen console, and I think, because of the gap and the jump in performance, I think maybe they were right. But I can understand why Microsoft and the Xbox team have done what they wanted to do. They wanted to keep everything within one family and everything compatible, and not have people having games that they couldn't run on other systems that they'd already bought. I mean, we've got a massive back catalogue now of games from all three generations of the Xbox console. So it's a fantastic time to be an Xbox gamer. I don't care what anybody says. The Xbox One X has delivered far more than I ever imagined. It is a fantastic console, and I can't wait to play PUBG. Whether it be at 30 frames at launch or whether it be 60 frames at launch, I will still enjoy playing that game, and I'm sure that those guys who are developing it now will get that game running at 60 frames per second. When you see some of the games that I'm playing at the moment with the visual quality that I'm playing, and they are still hitting 60 frames per second, the developers will get PUBG running at 60. I have no doubt in my mind whatsoever at all. So yeah, there you go. That's my video for today. I just wanted to get it out there. Finally, there was some clarification from Xbox. Aaron Greenberg pulling this to bed, closing it down. There is no parity in those consoles, and it's all down to the developers, and it's just dependent on how much work the developer wants to pull in. And these guys will get 60 FPS, I have no doubt in my mind. Anyway, that's all I've got for you today, so please like, subscribe, leave your comments below, just to hit that like button and that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the bell as well to get notified. And as always, a big shout out to my friends the Dragon X podcast guys, ErockX, and the Welsh Gamer, and all the guys at Project Xbox, and the Microbox team, the Micropod team, and everybody at the mansion as well. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and I will speak to you again soon. Take care.